Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind can picture a financial problem, but how difficult it can feel to picture a better financial situation? Maybe you've had a moment when you imagined an unexpected bill, a shrinking bank balance, or another month of financial pressure almost instantly. Your mind can create that picture before you even realize it is happening. But what if you practiced creating a different picture? Not for hours, not with complicated meditation. Just 5 quiet minutes. Because the images you repeatedly hold in your mind can influence what you pay attention to, what emotions you experience, and even which possibilities you notice during the day. Many people use visualization as a way to connect with a desired future. Some describe it as part of their manifestation practice. Others simply use it to clarify what they want and train their attention toward opportunities. You don't have to decide exactly how visualization works for you. For now, just consider this question. What would happen if, instead of spending 5 minutes mentally rehearsing everything that could go wrong with money, you spent 5 minutes calmly experiencing the possibility of financial stability? Think about it. Your brain is constantly predicting. It takes information from your memories, habits, expectations, and emotions, and uses those patterns to help you decide what deserves your attention. If you repeatedly expect financial problems, you may become especially sensitive to signs of shortage. A price increase stands out. An unexpected expense feels enormous. A missed opportunity becomes another reason to worry. But when your attention begins shifting toward possibility, you may start noticing different things. A useful idea, a conversation, a skill you could develop, a way to reduce unnecessary spending, a new approach to a problem, an opportunity you might previously have ignored. This doesn't mean visualization magically creates money. It doesn't guarantee wealth, and it doesn't replace responsible financial decisions. What it can do is give your mind a different direction to work with. And that is where today's practice begins. For the next 5 minutes, you're going to visualize wealth differently. Not as a fantasy, not as an escape, and not as a desperate attempt to force something to happen. Instead, you're going to practice experiencing the emotional and mental state of being financially secure. Before you begin, take a slow breath. Let your shoulders relax. You don't need to clear your mind completely. You don't need to become perfectly focused. Just become aware of where you are. Now imagine waking up on an ordinary morning in your desired financial situation. Notice that I said ordinary. Don't begin with a luxury car. Don't begin with a mansion. Don't begin with a dramatic scene where everything changes overnight. Start with something much more powerful. A normal day. You wake up. You know your basic financial needs are covered. You are not immediately calculating what you cannot afford. You are not checking your account with fear. You are not carrying the same pressure you may have felt before. Instead, there is a quiet sense of stability. What does that feel like? Notice your breathing. Notice your posture. Notice the expression on your face. Maybe you feel calm. Maybe you feel relieved. Maybe you feel grateful. Maybe you simply feel more space inside your mind. Stay with that feeling. Now imagine making an ordinary financial decision. Perhaps you're buying something you genuinely need. Notice what changes. You don't have to become careless. You don't have to spend without thinking. You simply make the decision without the emotional pressure of scarcity. You compare your options. You think clearly. You choose. Then you move on with your day. This part matters because wealth visualization is not only about seeing money. It is about rehearsing a different relationship with money. Imagine receiving income. Instead of immediately feeling fear about where it will disappear, you feel capable of managing it. Imagine saving. You see the amount growing gradually. It may not be enormous. It doesn't have to be. You simply recognize that consistency matters. Imagine looking at your finances and feeling curious rather than ashamed. You ask better questions. Where is my money going? What can I improve? What can I learn? What opportunity deserves my attention? Notice how different those questions feel. This is where visualization becomes practical. Your goal is not to convince yourself that you are already wealthy when your current circumstances feel different. Your goal is to give your mind a clear direction, a destination, a pattern to practice. Because habits are built through repetition, and mental habits are no different. The more often you rehearse a particular response, the more familiar that response can become. This is one reason people use visualization before important performances, difficult conversations, or challenging situations. They mentally rehearse how they want to respond. You can apply a similar idea to your relationship with money. Instead of repeatedly rehearsing panic, you can practice calm. Instead of automatically expecting shortage, you can practice looking for options. Instead of allowing every financial thought to become an emotional reaction, you can create a small pause between the thought and the response. That pause can become valuable, because what happens in that pause? You have a choice. Maybe you've noticed that financial stress often creates automatic behavior. You see a problem. You react. You worry. You make a rushed decision. Later, you wonder why you responded that way. The 5-minute visualization is a way to practice a different sequence. See the situation. Breathe. Become aware. Choose your response. This is not about pretending problems don't exist. It is about teaching yourself that a financial problem does not have to control your entire emotional state. Now bring your attention back to the visualization. See yourself several months from now. You have been making small, consistent improvements. Perhaps you are saving more regularly. Perhaps you have learned a new skill. Perhaps you have become more intentional with spending. Perhaps you have started noticing opportunities that you previously overlooked. The exact details don't matter. Focus on the feeling of progress. You are no longer waiting for one dramatic event to rescue you. You are participating in your financial future. That distinction is important. You are not simply hoping. You are practicing. You are learning. You are making decisions. And you are becoming more aware of the patterns that guide those decisions. Now imagine one final scene. You are sitting quietly at the end of an ordinary day. You think about your finances. Instead of immediately feeling pressure, you notice something different. You feel capable. Not because everything is perfect, but because you trust yourself a little more. You know you can pause. You know you can learn. You know you can make another good decision tomorrow. Stay with that feeling for a few breaths. This is the state you want to remember. Not the amount of money. Not a specific number. The state. Calm. Clarity. Capability. Possibility. Take another slow breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Now here's the part that can make this practice useful beyond these 5 minutes. For the next 24 hours, don't try to force yourself to think positively about money. Instead, notice what your mind does naturally. When a financial thought appears, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what am I expecting right now? Are you expecting a problem? Are you expecting shortage? Are you expecting that something will go wrong? Or are you expecting that you can find a solution? You don't need to change the answer. Just notice it. That simple act of awareness can show you the mental patterns you normally run without questioning. And tonight, repeat the 5-minute visualization. Do it gently. Don't demand results. Don't measure whether money appeared. Measure something much closer to you. Notice whether your relationship with financial thoughts feels slightly different. Maybe you feel less reactive. Maybe you become more aware of opportunities. Maybe you make one calmer decision. Maybe you simply recognize an old thought before automatically believing it. Little by little, these moments can become part of your daily practice. And tomorrow, you can build on what you discovered today. Because financial change is rarely about one perfect moment. It is often connected to the small decisions you repeat when nobody is watching. The way you think, the way you respond, the way you focus, the way you manage emotions, the way you notice possibilities, and the way you act after noticing them. Some people use visualization as part of a law of attraction practice because they believe that repeatedly focusing on a desired state helps them become more aligned with it. Whether you see it spiritually, psychologically, or simply as a focus exercise, the practical invitation is the same. Give your attention a direction. Then bring that direction into your behavior. So tonight, give yourself 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Picture an ordinary day in which financial stability feels normal. Feel the calm. See yourself making clear decisions. See yourself noticing opportunities. See yourself responding rather than reacting. Then return to your real life and look for one small action that matches that version of you. That is enough for today. Tomorrow, you continue. If this practice helped you see your relationship with money differently, subscribe to the channel so you can continue this daily journey with us. And in the comments, write one word that describes how you want to feel about money. Calm, secure, capable, confident, or another word that feels right to you. Then come back tomorrow for the next practice. You'll find additional resources in the description, along with the information mentioned in this video. You can also check the pinned comment for the next step in the series. Remember, consistency often matters more than intensity. 5 focused minutes repeated day after day can become more meaningful than one long session you never repeat. Start with 5 minutes tonight. Then give your attention a new direction tomorrow.